go smooth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July. Whoever gave me this cold, I'd like to give it back. I've had it long enough. No, I've had it too long. Let's start with, are you okay with that? Let's start with Commissioner Tyson.
Good morning, Commissioners. Okay, Community Development and Health Services Committee, I have nothing from Cooper Green. But I have something from the coroner's office. Anyone here is from? Oh, right, come on.
Davis here.
Come on, Dr. Davis.
This is simply an extension of a grant so we can make payment to this company we've been working with.
I'm moving. Second.
It's been first and second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I go all the way down to my district 2 report.
I move the community grants.
I have 3. I have the first and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so that's the end of my report.
The Administrative and Infrastructure Committee report. We have roads and transportation. We got a little quitter presentation here.
So we're going to do that on Thursday.
We'll do that on Thursday.
That's what we got.
Move it to the agenda. How about that?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then we have a PALS and Alliance road adoption. That's from my friend Ronnie Chief. Chris, you got it?
Yes, sir.
That's part of it too?
It is.
Okay, great. Engineering services agreement with Volker. Old Rocky Ridge Road, you got North Chalk. Is there any on these roads and trains that anyone like to pull out and look at? This is just general.
Maybe 1 through 12 or 3 through 12, whatever.
Yeah, it's 2 through 12. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. County Attorney, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good to be back.
Got 2 sets of minutes. Got some claims. 2 claims. We have Cobbs Allen Hall for our broker on record.
Move 1 through 5.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We appreciate it. Theo, you've done a good job on that. We appreciate that. County Manager, good morning.
Good morning. Number 1, Birmingham Fire changed out or got a different ambulance, so they acquired a little bit additional funds. Number 2 and 3 is y'all's bucket of workforce development money, and y'all requested to focus on training and improving the workforce of ambulance drivers and EMS operators, so those 2 apply to that. The first one is really focused on marketing and attracting EMS drivers, and the second one is buying equipment for the actual training.
You know, this is ARPA money. This is our federal money that we have.
How much is it?
There's 100,000 in one and 99,571.
That's all of it?
All, yes.
So it was a little over $200,000 in that ARPA money for
Well,
that?
you got 221 on for the Birmingham Port Fire District.
Mm-hmm.
What you've got is this is part of that program that we had when we had our ambulances. Mm-hmm. We had the wait times that were getting so long, and it was costing people's lives. And I want to thank our fire districts and our municipalities for working together and getting this thing done. And Darren, I think you were a big part of helping this. I know Chris in my office, if he was in here. Oh, you're back here. You're dead back here. He has worked very hard to make sure that these wait times are down and that people are serviced. The city of Fairfield was instrumental in working with us on that to get that done for the inner city type work. So this is a project and a job that we want to say, well done.
Let me ask a question.
I'll answer it if I can.
Okay, so with these 3 items, this money, is it any more money? And then how were the people chosen to train? Did they, could Lipscomb and Brighton participate in it?
Yes. So on the equipment grant, the first one was for just marketing, EMS as a career. I think we had 2 applicants for that, and one of them, they had to go back and kind of modify it a little bit because they wanted to market their actual school instead of marketing EMS as a whole. So I think there was actually some that left over, but I'm not 100% sure. The equipment grant, there was 6 or 7 different departments. It was opened up to everybody in the county. 6 or 7 departments applied for it. And I think everybody that applied is actually going to receive funds for it. But there was not a whole lot of people applied for it.
You do have, y'all set up a bucket for EMS and workforce development. There is some more funds and some more contracts coming next commission meeting.
Because I don't remember seeing this. I want to check with my staff.
Early on, EMS was a big issue, and you know, the easiest thing we thought would be to get the equipment. The hardest thing was to find people that want to be the ambulance operators and the EMS operators. So that's what these are really focused on.
And then you said it was put for you said for advertisement.
It was put out, or one of them is for marketing EMS as a career. Yes, and that was the one to the schools that do it. They were the ones that were advertising. That's what the RTI is.
And what schools did you market it? Did you market it in schools even though the schools didn't teach it? You didn't market it in other schools where they could went over there to take the classes? Because I know they do that. At Parker, go to
Justin, we actually reached out to every single Board of Education in Jefferson County and also every community college to include Lawson State. And those were the applications that we received.
Everyone had an equal opportunity to participate.
And the equipment went to all the fire departments, every fire department.
Okay.
All right. 1 through 3, county manager.
Move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I have 5 items. I have a proclamation that we're going to move to the agenda for WBRC. We've got a community grant. We've got 3 community grants and a board appointment. Any questions on that?
Moved on.
I think I'm in on that number 2 for 10.
You are.
Okay, it's just not on the sheet.
Yeah, we added.
Okay.
It's been frozen, sir.
I pulled my glasses down. I think it says add D4.
D3 and
Yeah, D3, D4, and D5 is going to be, total is going to be 30. So we're all in for 10, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Let's go back to District 1.
Thank you, Mr. President. Public Works, Community Services, and Intergovernmental Relations, we have no items on the Board of Equalization. Under Environmental Services, we have a total of 7. Are there any questions as it relates to those items?
Move.
I have a second. I'll second it. It has been moved and properly seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
No items under General Retirement. We have a total of 7 items under Human Resources. Are there any questions as it relates to any of those items?
Move 1 through 7.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
No items under Compliance nor Personnel Board. We have 3 community grants. Are there any questions as it relates to Either of those three?
I'll move.
Second.
Okay. Do you still?
I'm gonna add 5 to your 5 on number 3.
All right. Duly noted that we have total of 10,000 for item number 3. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
That ends my report, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you very
I
much.
just want to reiterate too that we were able to, for employees' health insurance and stuff, we were able to renew it and not increase the premiums for employees. And so we were able to do that, so. And I don't think we made any real changes in the coverage and deductibles and all that, so we're good to go. You want me to go now?
Yeah, Joe, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, finance. Ms. Dixon.
Good morning, Commissioners. We have seven items under finance: our normal encumbrance report, purchasing agenda report, purchasing exception report, and our unusual demand report. Do you have any questions related to those items?
Do I have a motion?
So
Move it. Second.
Motion second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Under Budget Management Office, we have our multiple staff development, individual staff development, and our information forms.
Move.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, Circuit Clerk, we have absentee election manager for the Birmingham division and for the Bessemer divisions on item 1 and 2. Do I have a
Move
motion?
items 1 and 2.
Have a motion?
Hell, need a change for, she got District 16, it need to be 52.
Well,
So I see 52 on item number 2.
It's number 1.
wait a minute, that may be Barry? Or anybody on the Circuit Clerk? I think there was a,
I think it's just on this paper, because the contract was right. I think it's just a,
We'll check that
Yeah,
out.
I'll move to the agenda pending
okay.
verification.
16.
All right, have a motion second to move to the agenda with pending pen and ink. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, developmental services. We have a lot of zoning cases on, so.
So we do have 22 demolitions for consideration. Zoning cases if you jump to those.
Okay. Declaration of public nuisance and demolition, batch 6. And these are the, I think we each have a sheet that has some little red dots on it.
Yes, sir.
Where are these located?
Most of them are going to be in the Robinwood area, which part of the county. We do have a handful in the Forestville area and a couple in the Raymond Heights market.
Okay.
It's a large batch this time.
All right. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
I was about to say second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. Now let's get to the zoning Z240011.
Commissioner,
Yes, sir.
we have a carryover zoning case.
All right, which one was it?
It's Z240009.
Yes, sir, that's correct. This is the case for the Garden Home Development out of Eastern Valley Road that was carried over from last month. Speaking with the developer, he's amenable to carry over an additional month just to allow more time to meet with
The
neighboring property owners.
Carroll Cove
Carroll Cove Homeowners.
Homeowners Association. They're supposed to meet with them this week. And he was amenable to carrying it over to the next month, so everyone will, when we had that problem, everyone wasn't aware of it. So this will take care of that, and we'll be able to act on it next month.
Okay, so this is a carryover from our previous commission meeting.
That's correct. It's not on here.
It's not on our
It's not
agenda,
on
but
the
it would have been
agenda.
on Thursday,
It will
so
be on
do I
the-
have a motion to carry 24009 over to the following commission meeting?
So move.
Second.
Have a motion second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, now,
We did advertise that as a public meeting for the decision for the zoning, so there may be people here in attendance, but we could tell them, or we just need to be sure to call it and dispose of the case at the hearing.
Okay, I thought we already had the hearing on that.
We did have a hearing, but again, anytime we have a meeting like that, we always advertise again, just to let the public know.
But it's not a public hearing.
No, you've already had the public hearing.
okay,
It's at your pleasure whether or not you want to hear folks speak.
okay.
That'd be,
This ain't the one about the goats, cows and stuff.
No, that's not. I know you're excited.
Look
Sorry to
forward-
let you down.
I was just looking forward to it. All right,
All right, case Z-24-0011. This is a request to go from C1 and R2 split zoning to R4 multifamily for a communal living facility. This is it's actually a commercial building that's out on Pratt Highway out in Lawrencedale. The applicant here wishes to convert this old commercial building into a sort of a dormitory type residential unit. Several units, they'll have shared bathrooms, shared kitchens. That's what she's proposing for the site itself, as well as the house that's to the north of it, which you see in this picture right here as well. This would all be market rent. It's not like a group home. It's not like somebody or some sort of institutionalized something. It's just straight up market rent apartment units with shared communal living or communal living areas. At the Planning and Zoning Commission hearing, there was some opposition from neighborhood residents. And in your reports, you see that they've submitted another petition in opposition as well as another letter of opposition as well. As it stands, it doesn't comply with the policies of the land use plan for the area. In this particular area in Forest, the land use plan for the late 1990s calls for multifamily developments to be centered around your major commercials or your major thoroughfares where the I-22 interchange is going to come in. And this, of course, does not meet either of those criteria. And just because it's sort of an anomaly out to itself, it would be sort of its own spot when it has this multifamily zoning. The Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend denial of this particular request.
Yeah,
As it does
I
not,
moved to deny it already.
as it does not comply with the policies of the land.
I move to
that's
the agenda.
I got a motion to move it to the agenda in a second, Ms. Gales.
Yeah,
And,
we'll deal with it on the
But-
third.
That's right.
but this is a communal
Correct.
where you have an apartment and you share what?
You have your individual like rooms, like a dwelling unit, but then you'd have shared kitchen, shared bathroom.
That's a boarding house.
Correct. That's something of that nature. yes.
That's what it is.
How many units do you propose?
Oh, we got to dig that out.
I mean, I could see some fighting, like, hey, y'all in the bathroom over there, hey, time.
Between 12 and 24 floors, at this proposed residence, 12 rooms, potentially up to 24 occupants for the entire structure.
Ooh, okay. Have a motion second to
Move to
move it to the agenda only. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Z-240021.
Yes, sir. This is a property that's off of Pinson Valley Parkway. Back in the 1950s, all of this area was zoned I-4 Industrial Park, which at the time allowed for things like outdoor storage and everything else. Since then, the regulations have changed, and I-4 does not allow for outside storage anymore. And now what we've seen in this, along this particular corridor, is a lot of changes in zoning to go from I-4 to I-1 or to I-2 to better fit the industrial needs of the folks of the businesses along this corridor. This is one of those requests. It's currently zoned I-4. They're trying to market the building for future development. And as you can see from the zoning map, that you've got some I-1 that's basically surrounding it on this one particular stretch along Fleming Road, which again is just off into Valley Parkway. So these folks have requested the I-1 zoning. As it complies with the overall land use pattern for the area, the Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend approval of this request.
I have a question,
Yes, ma'am.
just for landmark purposes. Is this near Camtech? Is this near Camtech? Because you said Pinson Valley Parkway, that's coming on up like you're,
Fleming Road goes back into like the Robinwood area. Camtech's going to be a little bit north. It's going to be north of that.
that's in Joe's district?
Yes.
Okay, because I thought you were coming on up the, yeah, I just thought that it was closer over there.
It's in the same general vicinity, but then Camden gets a little further north.
And what's there now? Do you know?
Yes, what's there is just it's a former industrial site, constructed back in the late 1970s. It's just vacant. They're trying to market it for future development.
So you're saying is actually zoned?
It's on I-4, which doesn't allow for outside storage of
Right.
these materials. Everything around it is on I-1. They're requesting I-1 zoning just like everybody.
All right. Z24.
Yeah, the
Do you have a
information
motion?
presented. I move.
Motion, second.
Second.
I have a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right.
All right, the next item is D-24-0022. This is a request to go from C1 to I1. And this is just to basically consolidate zoning on a particular parcel that's out in the Concord area. They have a small manufacturing facility that's there, and they're planning an expansion of an additional warehouse to house some, I think, solar panels. And so if you note that on the zoning map here, that they've got that split zoning, you see up this northern corner here where they've got the commercial, they're just requesting to consolidate all the zoning into one zoning classification as I1. Planning and Zoning Commission, again, did recommend approval.
All right. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
And second?
Second?
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. D-24-0023.
Again, this is another compliance case. This is an issue, or this is a situation where we have an existing church that is in residential zoning, which current residential zoning does not allow for churches, schools, anything like that. So they're requesting to align the zoning with the existing use of the property in conjunction with a subdivision and to a variance request as well. Church property, what they've done is they've carved out where there used to be a parsonage. That's going to remain residential zoning. What they're planning on doing, or what this request is about, is to rezone the remainder of the church property to institutional one. So this is just a compliance issue. Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend approval.
Is the church going to remain?
Yes, the church will remain.
Do I have a motion?
Move that.
Motion. I'll second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. D-24-0024.
This is out in the Oak Grove area. This is a residential property, but it's kind of gone derelict, and the property owner is wishing to market this for commercial use. As you can see from the zoning map, a good portion of the property is already zoned commercial. They're just requesting to zone the entirety of the property to commercial itself. Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend approval with some conditions restricting the use of the property. Staff, however, has gone back and has made a sort of modification to what Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend. And that was just basically restricted from certain particular uses, notably the restriction of retail sales for liquor for off-premise consumption, as that has been a concern in this particular area. So again, Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend approval on this particular request with some conditions. Staff is recommending some modified conditions as well.
And the
I'm
staff,
moving with modification.
have a motion? Do I have a
I second, but I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to make sure I'm looking. We are talking about, are we on 0023 or 0024? 24, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm trying to understand, what was the thinking behind the private clubs, the fortune telling and palmistry and palmistry, excuse
Yes,
me,
ma'am.
as in palm reading, funeral homes, blah, blah. What's the thinking about those exclusions?
All of those are particular uses that are allowed as expounded in the zoning regulations for this particular district. There may not be something that is compatible with the overall neighborhood.
Yeah, it's just those kind of descriptions. They just lend to me like, why are they?
Yes, ma'am. Our zoning regulations are in need of some update.
Oh, okay. It's due to. Okay.
It's just that some of the older language that's prevalent within our zoning regulations currently.
And does that mean that the zoning policy concerning it just needs to be amended?
At some point in time, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that's something that we have to approve, right?
Yes, correct. That's correct. We're going through the process now with the comprehensive plan.
Once we get the comprehensive plan done, the next step after that will be the future land use maps and the zoning ordinance, is what zoning map across the board. So they have much more updated language than palm reading and things like that.
Okay, yeah, because I would think we have a lot more bigger fish to fry. If I'm reading.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good.
And hella stops.
That's what I was like.
All right.
You know, you laugh, you prove it all the time, not too far.
Well, there you go. Do I have a motion? I think it-
Then we move it in second.
All right.
With condition.
Oh, that's right. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
240025.
All right, just as a quick overview, case number 25, 26, 27, and 29. These are all former U.S. Steel properties that have changed hands within recent years. They carry with them, because they're all U.S. Steel properties, an industrial zoning classification. These particular cases, all they're requesting to do is to downzone those from industrial to A1 to market them for future residential use. This particular property is located out off of Mud Creek Road out in Adger. You see it's relatively large, still maintains its industrial zoning. Again, they're just trying to rezone it down to A1 to market it for residential use or for timbering, agricultural use, to fit the rest of the fabric of the community in this particular area.
What was the, go ahead.
How's the mines under there?
The mines under there?
It was,
Well, yeah, again,
it was owned for not having homes there.
that's correct.
And that's my district, and I know that there's a lot of problems with mines caving in and causing problems there. So I don't want to change it unless we have some assurances that this property is good.
Well, a couple of things on that. In the mineral district of Alabama, you really have risk any and every, number one. And then number two, again, given the situation with the property as it is, if U.S. Steel were to come and relocate to this property tomorrow, I have no issue. I can't do anything but issue them a permit. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing with this industrial legacy of zoning that's out there. Anything that's industrial, anything that's commercial, I have no choice but to issue them a permit at this point in time. And what's going to be more and more fitting? What's going to be more fitting for that? Is a house with barn, or is it going to be, again, U.S. Steel?
Or you didn't impress me at all.
Or some sort of commercial venture, a liquor store.
Or, well, maybe we can move the Palmer Street down there.
The Palmer Street, yes, Palmer Street.
I mean, is this, and that was going to be my question, follow up on what Commissioner Stevens said, is what did U.S. Steel use the property for before?
You could, back in, this is going to be in the late 1800s, U.S. Steel purchased a lot of this property. A lot of it hasn't been used. Some of it may have been mined at some point in the past. I don't believe that this one, well, you could actually see some sort of trail or some sort of indication that there has been some sort of disturbance within there at some point in the past. But, you know, again,
Nothing.
yeah.
Bunch of gas wells out that way.
Yes, sir. There's a lot of gas wells out there. I don't believe there's any on this particular property.
All right, do I have a motion?
Sure.
Move the item.
Motion,
Second.
second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right.
The next case is 26, same sort of situation. You can see from the zoning map in this particular instance, it's a 20-acre tract that's otherwise surrounded by agricultural zone.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Case number 27, this is out again in the Oak Grove area. This is off of Brandon Road, which is an offshoot of Taylor's Ferry Road. This is some riverfront property. In fact, the applicant on the case said that this was the prettiest property that they had that was out there. Again, they're just trying to market it again for downzoning for future residential use.
All that's just like a slough on the river.
Peninsula?
Yeah.
You got a big picture of it?
That's what I got on that one right there.
Okay. I'll move it.
A motion,
Second.
second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. 29.
Again, similar situation. You can see from the zoning map in this particular instance as well that there's a lot of agricultural zoning surrounding this property.
Got a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
31.
All right, this is up in the northeastern portion of the county. Interesting story on this one. It retains its outdoor amusement zoning. Back in the like 40s and 50s, this was a cavern that served as sort of a tourist attraction at the time. The new people that have come in to purchase the property want to carve out a 5-acre portion just for their homestead. They requested the zones on that to A1. They want to retain the C2 zoning, just in case they do want to reinvest and go back into opening the cabins again for folks to come in for tours and that sort of thing.
I move. So what are we zoning it to?
We're going from C2 to A1 for, like I said, it's a 5-acre homestead.
With the option to return it to a C2 later?
No, the C2 is good. The C2 are, you see on the map?
Okay.
The square is what we're rezoning to A1. The red around it is what's going to remain C2.
Okay. All right. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. Thanks, sir.
All right. Mr. Bowen had one item on his
Wait a minute,
agenda.
I've
He's
got a
not
couple
finished.
more.
He's not finished.
He's done.
General services.
He got some more.
I have. one
Who's
through
items 1 through 6?
I have a motion. I have a second.
Second.
All right. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. And I have
Move items 1 through 3.
I have a motion. And a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I want to go back just a second to item on the election. That's depending ink. It said 16, but it is confirmed that that's 52. Ms. Minutes Clerk. Okay. Okay, that concludes my report.
Yeah, I will go back to Information Technology and Economic Development Committee. District 5 is one of the Business Academy of Craft Training.
Move item 1.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
County Attorney. All is well. County Manager.
All is good.
All right, I gave all the commissioners the proposed budget for the health department, 2025. I have a couple of extra ones if anyone wants them. All right, it has the, you want an extra? The proposed budget that we've had, that was the 2024 is the one that was approved and they're operating on now. 25 proposed budget that they'll act on. So just that's a FYI for everyone.
Yeah, we don't vote on this, do we?
Oh, we do.
To approve their.
Later on, yeah. It's just,
What did we say?
it's just a formality.
Informational purposes.
We could say no then.
They do.
We got a good director over there.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yes.
Very, very receptive to us and works very well with the community. So they did a good job.
He was.
Any commissioner? We're adjourned. Anybody else want a copy of this? I have one left. We want it now.
Hey, Jim.